Hello and welcome back to Playbook FM. I'm Jay and we're back in our FM20 beta save with Aberdeen Football Club. We're about to play our Europa League qualifying match against Uratu. I think it's how you pronounce it. Uratu Yerevan. Uratu Yerevan. Armenian High League team. So, since the last episode, I have made a couple of signings, which we will see in a second. So, we've brought in this guy, Antonio Marin. He's a 23-year-old Spanish right-back, valued at 1.1 million. 23 years old, 3-star current ability, and 3.5-star potential ability. So again, he's somebody that's probably going to rotate between him and Shay Logan, as well as our other new signing, Richard Tate, 29-year-old Scottish right wing back, can play on the left as well. He's a 3.5-star current ability and 3.5-star potential ability player as well. So important player in his prime years. And again, just to give us a bit more depth at the wing back position, he can play on the left as well as the right, and he could play the left just as well as the right by the looks of things, or just a little bit worse, if you can say worse. So those are our two new signings. I've also put in a bid for this guy, Jimmy Mas, is an 18-year-old French wing-back we had on trial, full-back, sorry, not a wing-back. We had on trial with us for a week. The coach report, scout report says he can be a good Ladbroke Premiership player. He's 18 years old, so I'm thinking of signing him in terms of homegrown status for the future. And as you can see, we've also put in a loan bid for Ryan Brewster from Liverpool. Reason of putting that loan bid is because we have unfortunately lost Sam Cosgrove. Crossgrove or Cosgrove? So one of our main strikers that we identified in the first episode, we lost him to Southampton. They came in for a bid, came in with a bid for him, and he put on a bit of a moan and said he wanted to leave. So we had to take that transfer. However, that does boost our transfer budget, not even a little bit, quite significantly. I think it was the record transfer fee that Aberdeen have received. Previously to this, we had less than $500,000 transfer budget, and we had like 2k wage budget left to spend. So that's improved the finances quite a bit. Also giving us a slight bump. I think our overall balance was 3 million beforehand. In terms of the signings, the club has been pretty happy with the signings. When I say the club, I mean the board. So if we go to transfer activity, we've got a B- for getting in Richard Tate, a A-, I didn't even know that. So B, bringing in Richard Tate, A- for Antonio Marin. The Crossgrove transfer got a B+, and the board are quite pleased with that deal. Could have got better value for money by larger future fees, but never mind. So, the fans. The fans aren't happy with that. I just realised that there's both a board and a fan reaction. So the fans are quite pleased with my transfer targets in, but they're not happy at all with losing Sam Cosgrove to Southampton. So I think signing Brewster on loan would be it'd go a long way in terms of pleasing people. Niall McGinn also wasn't happy with the Sam Cosgrove deal. I was going to say, I need to learn how to say that. However, he's gone now, so you're not going to hear him again after this episode. So, enough of transfer news. Let's go to our first competitive match in charge of Aberdeen. As you can see, our starting 11. Back 3, Mikey Devlin, Sam McKenna, who's just back from that injury. This is his first game. He didn't get a chance to play in our first 2 friendly matches. So it's our first look at him. Andrew Considine as well. Considine. That's a name I need to learn how to say. Right wing back, Antonio Marin. New boy, we're about to see him in action against... what happened to the squad selection then? Thinking that's a weird beta bug. But we're going to see him in action in his first competitive game. Greg Lee on the left wing. Midfield, Lewis Ferguson and Craig Bryson in midfield. Then we've got John Gallagher on the right wing. Niall McGinn on the left wing, who's struggling for fitness a little bit. So we can't expect too much out of him. Again, he only got a chance to play 1 friendly match. And then we've got Curtis Main as our striker. Let's head into the match. Yes, we're happy with all that. Preferred numbers number 5. That's not available. How about 55? I love giving out random numbers like that. Don't know, it just makes things a bit different. Rather than forcing on like a 15 to him. Right, we're favourites for a reason. Let's say that away from home. Let's say that passionately. I feel like passion away from home is what you need, and then assertiveness at home. I could be wrong. Let me know what you do in the comments below. Also, I'm recording this video off the back of recording the first video, so I'm not too sure how that did in terms of likes and views. However, if we can see an increase in the likes and views from that first video, that would be greatly appreciated. Just like how Greg Lay's first goal of the season is appreciated. So I'm pretty sure he's playing wing back. So Marin with a big cross, looking for the striker. It doesn't get to Niall McGinn, but he picks it up at the edge of the area. Lee in tons of space. One touch, puts it on his left foot. Boom! From outside the box. That's a wonderful goal from a wing back. And you can see already why I love having wing backs in my system. It just offers you a bit more, I don't know, like dynamicism, if that's the word. I feel like it gives you more of like an attacking presence rather than just a traditional fullback, because obviously they start a bit higher up in the pitch. And there you go, you see there, he's able to cut out the long ball. But this system, we seem to be pretty good at cutting out the direct, big ball over the top. In our first 2 friendly matches, as we see Sam Gleeson with a whisker away from goal with his long shot. I've said that really weird. But yeah, in the first 2 friendly matches we played, we seem to be pretty good at defending against the long ball. And that's neither here nor there, because Lewis Ferguson has just scored an absolute screamer from the edge of the area. 17 minutes into the match, we're 2-0 up. I think it's safe to say that we've probably won this match already. I mean, we are playing against a team from Armenia. I don't think that their league's reputation is anywhere near the SPFL, Scottish Premier Football League, in game, so I don't think the teams are going to be, up to scratch. So we should be winning this match. So we're kind of using it to go through tactics and try and build some fitness a little bit. And like I was saying, this system, we just cut out the big balls. There we go, twice in a row. Right wing back, new boy Antonio Marin, just cut out the long ball, and is in here for a cross. Plays it into Main, who heads it right at the keeper, but somehow he doesn't manage to keep it out. And Curtis Main has his first goal of the season. Antonio Marin with his first assist of the season. And I skipped that last replay. I don't even know why. I've put it on data analysis so we can see the build up just a little bit better on the replays, and then skipped it. But as you can see, Antonio Marin cuts out the long ball, gets up the pitch, plays the cross in to the 6-yard box for Curtis Main, and he heads it home. Look at the state of those stats. We've had 11 shots, 5 on target. They've had none. We've managed to completely nullify their attack at their place. They've had 40% possession. We're just dominating away from home in, a different environment than we're used to. Like, look at the stadium, it's absolutely tiny. But we're 3-0 up at half time, and I think we can applaud the lads in that situation. What I've noticed from the first 2 friendlies as well, you need to give a lot more feedback in FM20 compared to FM19. Like, the lads, I don't know if it's just this squad, but they seem to switch off quite quickly if you're not giving them, shouts on the sideline. So we're going to demand a little bit more from them. And we restart with Lee high up the pitch, plays the ball into Ferguson, who hits it first time. Oh my gosh, you see the way it opened up for that? Oof. If he had scored that then, I would have shut the game off. That would have been it for the episode. That is ridiculous. But as you can see, we've pretty much dominated this match. It's 65 minutes in. I'm going to make some substitutions just to save some fitness and rest some legs, really. We can also get some minutes into a few of these players like Ethan Ross, who are at 50% match sharpness. So let's just take off Niall McGinn to protect him. He's currently coming back from an injury. We don't need to risk him. He's an important player for us, so we do need him in that second leg. And Andrew Considine with a header, which is disallowed. Is he offside? That's not data analysis camera. Why are you lying? So the cross comes in. Yeah, I can't see from that angle. If we had the actual data analysis angle on, we probably would have been able to see if it's offside, but hey ho. We're already 3-0 up, so I'll not cry too much about that. Alright, 76 minutes in. Shea Logan throws a throw-in in. He gets headed back to the Uratu goalkeeper, who plays a big ball over the top, and then there we go again, back three, just hoofs it back upfield. We're so good at the back against the long ball over the top. Like, we're pretty hard to break down, it seems. Well, I say it seems. We've only had one shot. That being said, I think I might have jinxed it because we're on the defence here at the moment. Again, big ball comes over the top. Lee cuts it out and goes for a run. If you watch him running up the left wing, I love this system. The defenders make stops and then get up pitch high to play in across on the offense, on the attack. It's a wonderful system. It seems to be working excellently. And as I say that, Curtis Main scores his second of the match, second of the season, assist by John Gallagher. I've got a bad habit of skipping these replays. I'm sorry, guys. I will get into the habit of letting them run. But this is the first time I've ever recorded a Let's Play in this game, so I've not really... I'm still in, just play mode rather than Let's Play mode. However, we have beaten them 4-0. I am very happy with that win. And look at that. I've got first victory and the clean sheet achievement. There we go. It shows you how much time I've played this, how much time I've put into this game so far since recording. So yeah, literally you're getting this as I play it. My reactions are all initial reactions. But Main on form as Aberdeen scores an easy victory. His face has disappeared. However, I will not moan because we have won 4-0 away from home. Now, we're going to skip forward to the second leg at home and see how we get on there. So guys, if you're wondering why the screen looks a little bit different, I did accidentally skip forward to the match without showing the starting 11. So this is my starting 11 for the home leg. We've got our backup keeper, Cherney, in goal. Back three of Mikey Devlin, Zach Viner, who's been suggested to start because he's playing well in training lately. Andrew Costadine. Antonio Marin starts on the right wing again with Greg Lee again, hoping that Greg Lee and Antonio Marin can put in a similar performance. Midfield, Ferguson stays as our box-to-box midfielder, and we bring in Dean Campbell as the playmaker. We have John Gallagher on the right wing again, and this time we start Conor McLennan on the left wing just to give Niall McGinn a bit of a rest. Haven't got him on the bench because we need to get some fitness into Ethan Ross, and I've not even spoken about Chris Main again, who starts after his brace in the first leg? In the away leg. Right, let's pick up where we left off. End the team talk and start the match. These are natural in the circumstances. It's probably a weaker team, but the ends will justify the means. I don't know if I should have said that this is a weaker team. I'm thinking that might fire the likes of Conor McLennan up and, Zach Viner, so they kind of show, hang on, Gaffer, we aren't a weaker squad, we're just as good. So hopefully that spurs them on to show me something special in this second leg. However, already Cherney is complacent, so we're just going to demand more so the lads focus. However, demanded more after a goal from Curtis Main. Let me pause that and cancel that shout and give them praise instead, because they will be fuming. However, Curtis Main, with his third goal of the season, I think both of his goals in the first match were headers as well. But the corner comes in, misses everybody. The Uratu defender goes to clear. It gets no further than Curtis Main, who heads it back home. And it's 1-0 on the night, 5-0 on aggregate to begin the first half of the home leg. And Pittodrie looks absolutely rammed. What time is it? So it's an 8 o'clock kickoff on the 18th. Was that, Friday? I don't know. However, we're on a counter-attack here. Gallagher runs all the way into the box, dribbles all the way into the box and absolutely spoons it well wide of the goal. I need to slow down. I'm that excited to be playing FM20, guys. Like I said in that first episode, it's my first time playing it, and I'm absolutely buzzing to see how this game unfolds, how this save unfolds. If you're interested in seeing how this save unfolds, remember to hit that subscribe button, hit the little bells for notifications of when these videos come out. I am looking to drop content every day, just like how Aberdeen are currently looking to score with headers in every match. Lewis Ferguson with a cross to Conor McLennan, and just like I said after that team talk, press conference, I've fired up the lads. I've told them that this is a weaker team. McLennan's like, hang on a minute, trying to say I'm whack, eh? And then Greg Lee with a pretty whack cross that goes nowhere further than the Uratu goalkeeper, but Devlin there cutting out the long ball forward as this system so typically does. And they're knocking the ball round a bit on the wing. See, we like to play a bit narrow, which is where I think we're weakest in this system defensively. And oh my gosh, talk about weakness defensively. We've just allowed that signature big ball over the top that we've been so well at defending against, so good at defending against in these first few games, that I'm not too sure, quite too sure what happened. The lads have instantly stepped up forward, thinking that, you know, we're going to counter press, and allowed that big ball in over the top. So let's look at that one more time. To be fair, the ball switched from the wing, which is where we identified is our weakest point, but it's just a little miscommunication between the back. Pardon me, sorry for burping in your ears if you've been watching that. But yeah, and it's 2-1 on the night, 6-1 on aggregate. Cherney manages to turn away a pretty good free kick, and we seem to be under a little bit of pressure at the moment. However, Viner clears the ball to Gallagher, who starts his run to begin the counter-attack. And referee, come on, that's got to be a card, that is. We get absolutely crunched, and that is the stroke of half-time. Got it there, clean minds, don't need to address anything. All looking a bit complacent, so let's assertively say, don't let your performance drop. Thomas Cherney's having an absolute howler in goal. Ugh. This is why it's a weaker team, that one position. Anyway, let's start the second half. The lads are still looking complacent. Let's just tell them to concentrate. Devlin plays the ball to Viner with the big ball over the top, looking for somebody on that right wing. I'm not sure who, but the ball forces Devlin, who plays in Lewis Ferguson. Lewis Ferguson gets the ball to Gallagher, who beats one man, plays in Chris Main. Chris Main back to Campbell. Campbell finds Lay overlapping on the left. Lay, I think it's Lee, pronounce that, with a terrible cross. It gets cleared, but it gets no further than our back three, and the ball's back with Devlin again. It's going for a bit of a run. Big ball over the top, looking for the left wing this time. Doesn't find anybody. The ball falls to Considine. He plays a big ball over the top to Curtis Main, who's in behind for his fourth goal of the season, second brace of the season, and second brace of this fixture. So Considine wins the ball, has tons of room to push the ball forward. Big ball over the top to Curtis Main, who gets on the end of it. One time finish on his left foot, and it's 3-1 on the night. What a well-worked goal. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we've cracked the system already. We're 4 games in and we're looking pretty unbeatable, apart from that one lapse. And we've got a penalty here as well now. It's going to be 4-1 again. Well, 4-1 again. 4 goals again, and Curtis Main with his first hat-trick of the season, 5th goal of the season, and I think that's a perfect opportunity to bring him off and rest him for the start of the SPFL and bring on Curtis Main and see what he can do. Let's also make a substitution at wing back. Antonio Marin's been playing pretty decent, but we just want to rest him up, give Shay Logan a bit of a run around and get him up to fitness, because, you know, I want him challenging for that first team position with Marin and new boy Chris Tate, who we couldn't register for this match. But it's a penalty. Curtis Main puts it right down the middle. It's a pretty bad penalty, but he sends to keep it the wrong way, and it's a goal. I'll take it either way. We'll take that goal. So we're about to restart. and play a big ball over the top, which gets no further than Devlin. However, they play another big ball over the top, and they're in behind again now. I think we're just switching off a little bit. Let's drop back to balance. It might be because we're playing on positive. If we play a balanced style, then I think that'll stop us from getting caught on the back foot like we have been in this match. But it's good. It's good that we've seen that, we're noticing that, so we can address these things. Maybe we'll start the back three a little bit lower, because we shouldn't really be conceding against a team of this stature. But hey, we've managed to limit them to 5 shots this entire match. We've had 17. We've pretty much dominated possession this match. Well, not dominated, it's been a bit 50-50 if we're being honest. However, Lee cuts out the big ball. Considine plays the ball to McKenna on the left wing, who's going to start a counter-attack. Plays Lee, but it's an awful pass that's behind him. But Lee manages to find Ferguson. The ref, come on. The Uratu striker sent off for a 2-footed challenge on Lewis Ferguson, which was pretty rough. So, the throwing in challenges like that, we may as well just start subbing off some of our better players just to protect them. So Lewis Ferguson's going to come off. We're going to take a look at Funso Ojo. I think that's how you say it. He's a defensive midfielder based on his media description, so he's going to be a bit more defensive in that central midfield role. He is playing as a box-to-box midfielder. So yeah, we might actually swap him round and make him the deep line playmaker. Oh no, he can play as a box-to-box midfielder. What has gone on here? I'm thinking that's just the beta. But we've just missed a goal. Bloody hell. Should have paused it before going into tactics. However, it's 5-1. We scored 9 goals over the course of 2 legs. We don't really need to see it, but we'll take a look. Lee with the throw into Campbell. Campbell plays it back to Lee. Lee with a cross into Gallagher, who's at the 6-yard box, surrounded by 3 defenders. He's the first to the ball and heads it home for his first goal of this season. And, I mean, it's pretty much safe to say we've won this match. I'm not sure how many more qualification games we have before the group stages. I'm hoping it's just this round. We'll find out after the match. But it's the best place first qualifying round. So I'm thinking there's maybe 2-3 qualifying rounds. And as I'm talking again, we've got another goal. Lee with a big cross, looking for Gallagher, who misses the header. But the ball falls to Shay Logan, who's on the opposite flank. Takes a couple of touches, plays the ball into Wilson, who's central. Boom, headed goal. Shay Logan's first assist of the game, of this season, should I say, and Shane Logan, James Wilson's first goal of the season. And we're scoring a lot of goals from headers. Funnily enough, tactics-wise, I've set it to low crosses, so I don't know how we're winning so many headers, but I'll take it. Now, first leg triumph helps Aberdeen pass Uratu. Yep, we've won in the first qualifying round. He makes his debut. We get a few coin. Torquay Aberdeen friendly's been cancelled. We are going to call it time on this episode. So please give that video a thumbs up if you've watched till the end. Remember to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you tomorrow for... maybe it's not worth showing you all these qualifying matches because the standard's pretty rough. So we'll come back for this Rangers and Hibs game. So please give this video a like. Please hit subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Peace.